皆さんこんにちは. In this video, I'm going to explain a relative clause which is, I guess, one of the most complicated grammar structures. I'm going to read through the textbook definition or textbook explanation of what relative clause is. A relative clause is the part of the sentence that explains the noun that comes before the clauses. Yeah, you probably understood as much as, I guess, well-educated person would have. Okay, so let's just, I guess, simplify what relative clause is. It's basically you're giving more information to an existing noun. So let me just give you one example. Let's just say, 昨日レストランに行きました which is simple enough. So the noun in this case is レストラン. So what you can actually do with this is you might say, I went to a restaurant yesterday where you can eat sushi. So what you're actually doing is you are trying to give more information to the restaurant so that it becomes a restaurant where you can eat sushi. So in order for you to do so, what you need to do is 寿司が食べられるレストラン. So what you are attaching is 食べられる which is able to eat. And what can you eat? Sushi. And then you're attaching it to レストラン. 昨日寿司が食べられるレストランに行きました. Let's have a look at another example. Now I might say 店にお店は安いです. So the shop is cheap. At the moment, the word shop does not have much of information. So let's put down a bit more, I guess, information. So let's just say the shop where you can buy clothes. So let's just say 服が買える店. So 店 is a noun, and more detail will be 服が買える where you can buy clothes. So this is, I guess, one way of introducing a relative clause. Now there are a few rules you need to remember. When using a verb, the verb needs to be placed before the noun. What it means that is, let's just say レストラン. That's the noun. A verb needs to come directly before, and that needs to be in plain dictionary form. So the example I had was, I think it said 食べられる, which is can eat. You can also use, let's say 使える or 使うことができる. You can use. So let's just say カードが使えるレストラン. The restaurant where you can use cards, as in credit card. Another one is if you're including the main subjects involving, wa, it needs to be ga. So let me just give you one example. Let's just say 昨日友達はレストランに行きました。So my friend went to a restaurant. Now let's change this into relative clause. The noun is レストラン. So what you need is you need a verb beforehand. So with the restaurant, you need a verb which is 行きます. However, because it's in the past tense, you need to change it into plain past, which would be 行ったレストラン. And then we need to include who went to that restaurant. So instead of saying 友達は, I have to say 友達が行ったレストラン, which makes it into restaurant my friend went to. The reason you might do this is so that you can continue the sentence saying 友達が行ったレストランは日本のレストランでした。So the restaurant my friend went to was a Japanese restaurant. So this is a part 1 of relative clause explanation. Hopefully it made sense.